Gemini, hello there, my beautiful friends. We're going to do your general tarot reading for early to mid-April 2023. Thank you so much for joining me today. You know, I appreciate each and every single one of you. So let's get right down to business, as always, and start you off with an oracle card here, just so we could dip our toes into energy and see what's going on for the lovely Geminis. I hope you're all doing fabulous, my friends. Let's shuffle it up one time, see what we have for you this week. Talk to me, my guides. What do we got for Gemini here in early to mid-April, please? And yeah, we're just going to take a real quick look at this first card. Then we'll get into the full reading itself. And at the very end, I'll pull you a bonus card from the Shadowland Tarot just to see what might be in the shadows or what shadow work you can lean in on, which is always interesting. But let's get this first card out here, shall we? What's going on with the Geminis, please? And I'm just letting every single collective know that this is my birthday weekend, April 8th. It is my birthday, my friends. We're not going to make it a huge topic. I just want to let everybody know. Okay, interesting. So we do have this Libra-like energy showing up right here in the front. Maybe you have Libra placements or there's a very important one in your life. Even if not, there's a lot of valuable lessons and energy in this card. It's a good balanced one as well. Now, before we really dive into that, if you're new here, I'll be speaking about the April subscriber surprise towards the end, so you might want to check that out. Also, if you could kindly illuminate that like button by tapping it right on its third eye, you know I'd greatly appreciate it. But enough of the promo, into the reading. Have a look at this card. Now, when I see this card, it does remind me a lot of the Two of Pentacles, a card of harmony, a card of balance. You'll see it literally has the sign for Libra here. This person holding the two yin-yang, so we do think of things like balance. Now, it's my personal belief that in life, nothing is ever truly in a state of balance. It's always going to be skewed one way or another. But you could be really thirsting for some harmony, or things in life, they could start mellowing out and getting much better. When I see this card, I think of fairness. I think of improvement, being on the right side of karma. So this could be very promising. If not, maybe that's something you're just really yearning for, like to get something right, to make it fair, to get it good and balanced, which is nice. Some of you might just be connected to Libra, though. Let's get into tarot. I always say that first card, it doesn't make or break the reading. It's just a footnote. But yeah, I'm going to get you 3 of these in the upright before we get the intuitive juiciness going. Shuffle it up one time here for you, Gemini. What do we got? Talk to me, my guides. What's up with Gemini? So, last week's reading was pretty interesting, simply titled A Shocking Win. Now, the reason I titled it that was we did have tower energy, an energy of the unexpected, an energy of shock, but it didn't feel like a bad tower. So for those of you unaware about what towers are, it speaks about the foundation being shooken up or things coming out of nowhere, out of the blue. So if you've been through some rough situations lately, it might be a blessing in disguise. If not, a lot of you could have been receiving like shocking good news or wins. Let's see what we have for you this week, though. As I always say, energy is very fluid. It's never set in stone, so only take this how it hits for you. Let's get you 3. Because we could be seeing your energy. We could be seeing someone you're linked to as well. You know that. Okay, so we do have a little bit of stressing out here. Some possible anxiety or nerves with this 8 of Swords. Could be somebody feeling a bit cornered. We'll have to talk about that. Let's get 2 more. It's a lot of overthinking type of energy, a lot of air energy. Okay, 10 of Cups. So now we have an interesting layered reading this week because we have the 8 of Swords, but the 10 of Cups. Beautiful energies, completely different. Let's get 1 more. So life could be a mixed bag for a lot of you right now. There could be a lot going good. There could be a lot of challenges. All right, we have more water here. We have the High Priestess showing up once again. She's been showing up in a lot of different readings this week. So let's talk about it, my friends. Let's go through. I'll give you some of the classical meanings and archetypes, and we'll get that juicy intuitive stuff. At first glance, looking down here, we have 2 cards of water, very powerful water energy, which usually taps into the dreams, the emotions, psychic gifts, energy, just emotional depth when we see that. So this is going to be interesting. But position number 1, we have the 8 of Swords. When I see this card, you see the imagery here. It could be somebody feeling trapped. Now, this could be on a spectrum. It could be something as minor as having a little bit of cabin fever. This could be something very major, like somebody very panicky, very nervous, extremely on edge, feeling like the walls are closing in. So we really want to clarify this and see what it's about. The beautiful thing about the 8 of Swords is that it's a fleeting energy. It's not permanent. It's not set in stone. So it can move out very quickly. But there are challenges with this card. This could represent warnings as well. There's also a little bit of mystery. which I was seeing in last week's reading as well. And I want to point this out. We have 2 cards that could indicate mystery in this spread, with the 8 of Swords and the High Priestess on the back end. So we'll really need to dive deep on all this. In the center, we have the 10 of Cups. Chef's kiss type of energy. It's one of the best cards in the whole entire deck. If you watch tarot, you know that. This is wish fulfillment. This is the energy of wins and victories like we were seeing last week. Something that really fills up your heart, makes you emotionally happy. A happy ending, a completion in a very good way. For some people, this could represent family connections, those that you're connected to depth and with emotional depth. This card can also represent the home sometimes, like where you live. There might be a big emphasis on your living situation when we have the 10 of Cups. So we really want to see what that's about. But generally, when we see this, it's a win of some sort. Okay, something that makes you happy, which is something we like to see around here. Now, moving to the very back end, we have the High Priestess, a mysterious card, a mysterious type of energy. When we see her show up in a spread, a lot of readers link her to the Pisces collective. So you might be linked to a Pisces. I link her to any water sign. Male, female, doesn't matter. When we get the High Priestess, it is that beautiful emotional depth that I've been speaking about. She can speak about hidden knowledge. She can also represent the mysterious, the unseen. She is the matron of psychics, intuitives, tarot readers. So when we see her, especially next to a lot of cup energy, you might be extremely sensitive to energy, whether you're born with it or whether it's something you develop later in life. Your energetic sensitivity could be kicked up a notch in this time, so you could be feeling lots of different things. It could be from the people around you or the places you are, but we really need to see what's up with her because your gut, your intuition could be trying to tell you something when the High Priestess is here. If it's not mystery, it could be just your gut telling you something. And we definitely want to try to discern what that is, whether it's good, bad, or indifferent. So with all that being said, Gemini, let's dive deeper. We're going to jump in and clarify. All right, let's get a good shuffle here for my Geminis, please. I've been seeing that High Priestess quite a lot this week. It's interesting how I see themes. But yes, this is where I go intuitive with the message, which means I just tell you how it feels to me. So feel free to do further research or rely on your base knowledge of tarot. Because as you know, every single reading is about the reader's interpretation, and I'm just giving you mine. What's going on at 8 of Swords? And as always, if you're a reader yourself, please feel free to play along. That's why the box is here. If you're feeling any energies from this spread that you want to give to Gemini, you drop it down in the comments. I don't mind at all. Okay, 8 of Swords. Why is it here? All right, quick. 8 of Cups, double eights. And that's another thing I want to mention as well. In a lot of the readings this week, I've been seeing big repeating eights. This could be somebody on the verge of giving up on something or pulling their energy back. So in this time, there could be something you are very much tempted to like not give or feed any more of your energy or attention to. Okay. It is absolutely the energy of somebody possibly very much stressed or nervous towards you or about you. I was seeing a big energy like this in the Aries reading as well this week. In the same spot, same type of situation happened in here, except the cards were in reverse. So if you're connected to an Aries, you might want to check that out. But the 8 of Cups is a withdrawn type of energy. So in this time, there might be various things, whether it's work, you want to find a new job, walk away from this. There could be a person that's on your last nerve where you're like, you know what, I give up. So just watch out for this energy. I want to see how it plays out throughout the rest of the reading, but there could be a lot of things you're wanting to pull back your energy from. Like, all right, this is just too much. Okay, so do with that what you will. I mean, I'm not going to tell you if that's a good thing or a bad thing. That's just the energetic snapshot we have here. That you might just be ready to move past something. Let's see what's up with that 10 of Cups. Same goes to cross watchers. If you're cross watching, doesn't mean that's definitely going to happen, but that energy is in the air. There's still positivity. There's still possibilities. So let's go in on that 10 of Cups. What's that 10 of Cups here? Thank you. Okay. I am not a fan of this energy, Gemini. I'm just going to keep it real with you. 7 of Swords underneath this 10 of Cups. For some of you, this could be a sneaky family member or somebody in the family unit where like they're not super trustworthy, or they might be showing 10 of Cups, but in reality, they're 7 of Swords in the upright. This could be a clear warning about a certain individual where you're only seeing one side of them. So I would watch the company you keep in this time for sure, especially with what we have here. Yeah, there could be someone you're very skeptical about too, like, I got my eye on you. I see you. I see what you're doing. So when I see the Seven of Swords, this is that energy of like someone to watch out for, someone to be aware of. And especially under the Ten of Cups, maybe you're just protective of your family and household. Maybe you feel like somebody's encroaching in on that. But when I see this, it's a clear warning, especially clarifying a beautiful energy like the Ten of Cups. And I was also getting the energy of somebody like purposely lying to themselves. Like, no, everything's fine. Everything's okay. Or someone trying to like sell you on something as well. So beware of that. There could be somebody trying to like convince you of something or sell you on something. That's just the vibe I'm picking up as well. So a couple of warnings there for sure. Let's see what's up with that High Priestess, and we'll circle back on that when we do the recap. Could be a warning about a specific person. Important. Very important right there. So why is this High Priestess here? And then we'll come through and do a quick recap before we get into the shadow cards. So what's up with that High Priestess? Thank you. Okay. Yeah, King of Wands under the High Priestess. This is an interesting energy. Okay, this is the energy of confusion to me as well. Some of you might receive some assistance that you don't see coming. I'm feeling so many different things. It's like when that King of Wands popped out, like a flood of energy just started pouring out here. So let's just go through one by one. One, you might be connected very deeply to a fire sign. Okay, when the King of Wands shows up, it's entrepreneurial, but it's also someone that is focusing their energy. This could be spirit saying like, listen, you might be very sensitive to the energies, but we're giving that to you for a reason. Focus that energy, focus that intuition, put it to use. That's one thing I was picking up here. But I'm also getting the unexpected assistance, like somebody popping up to show, like to help you out or try to show a hand. Maybe that's something that you would be skeptical of in this time with all this energy. Like if somebody like returns out of nowhere, or somebody pops up out of nowhere wanting to help you, wanting to assist you, that's a warning as well. That's what I'm getting. But this heavy energetic overflow, a lot of you could be feeling overwhelmed in this time. That's another thing. Or it's someone you're linked to could be feeling very much overwhelmed, because we have cards of darkness and secrecy showing up as well. So there's a lot of hidden angles. There's a lot of unexpected and unknowns. Now, is that a bad thing? No, not always. Like I said, last week's reading was there was a tower and I felt like it was good. The main thing I want to watch out for is this Ten of Cups with the Seven of Swords in the middle. This could be someone genuinely wanting to lend a hand, help you out. But be discerning, trust your gut, trust your intuition if anyone pops up out of nowhere, out of the blue. Let's go through and do a quick little recap. Obviously, only take what hits for you. But there's a couple of warnings here. In position number 1, we have the double eights, the number signs from Spirit. Watch for the repeating numbers, synchronicities, number signs. But the Eight of Swords and the Eight of Cups in the upright, somebody tempted to like walk away from something, withdraw their energy, or give up. So there might be a situation or an individual that is just way too stressful and it's like, all right, I can't deal with this, or I can't deal with this anymore. However, waiting right next to that, like kind of like a be careful what you wish for type of energy. It's like this energy is waiting. So we have this, but this energy is waiting with the Ten of Cups and the Seven of Swords in the upright. Someone that might show Ten of Cups energy, like a good, happy on the outside, but in reality, we got this sneakiness. Like this is Spirit really saying, like, watch the company you keep in this time. Some of you might just have a family member that like you're on the rocks with. You don't quite trust their motives. You might be very protective, or should be very protective of your family unit in this time with this alignment. That's a very important warning about certain individuals around you. So in this coming week or coming days and weeks, I would be extra on point about things like that. And absolutely watch out for anyone trying to sell you a dream or sell you something. On the back end, we have the High Priestess with the King of Wands in the upright. This can represent a very tight connection to a fire sign. Could be unexpected assistance or somebody surprisingly popping out to lend you a hand. But with all this energy we saw out front here, this could all be separate stuff. Okay, like this could be work, this could be family, that could be romance. So in this time, I would say it's not a great time to make major moves, take major actions. Just be very discerning in this time, because there are warnings this week. Please take a screenshot of that if you want to look into them further. Let's get you one shadow card, Gemini. Yeah, that feels a bit heavy, especially that Seven of Swords. Not a fan of that. Not a fan. But let's see what's in the shadows. And yeah, I always like to pull a shadow card at the end of every reading. It's a nice little introspective thing to do, in my opinion. So let's see what's in the shadows, whether it's something within yourself or something you don't quite see just yet, especially with a reading with hidden angles like we saw this week. What's going on here? Okay, we have the Queen of Cups, so now we're in the realm of hidden or suppressed emotion with the Queen of Cups. Once again, big water sign energy showing up here with the Queen of Cups. This could be issues with an older feminine figure, a mother figure as well. But when I see the Queen of Cups, usually she is very emotional, very in-depth. The shadow side of her, it could be somebody that's a bit emotionally erratic. So just know in the coming days and weeks, especially with all the other cards we were seeing, your emotions could be very much back and forth, up and down in this time. However, she is also a little warning against suppression or suppressing too much. If there's something you're really feeling deep down to your core, you might want to express that in this time. Emotional suppression is not a good thing when we see her in the shadows. So yeah, that's what I have for you this week, Gemini. Don't click away just yet. I'm going to give the details of the April subscriber surprise. If you got your name in for the March subscriber surprise, the winners will be announced in my community tab at the end of the Fire Air readings this weekend. But for April, I'll be running it back and giving away 2 copies of the beautiful Tarot of the Owls. It's a brand new deck and it's a lot of fun to work with. So if you'd like to get your name in for this, it's 2 simple things as always, my friends. First, you must be subscribed. And second, let me know down in the comments, out of all the cards in this week's reading, which ones spoke to you most. You'll be entered to win. And at the end of April, I'll put the winners in my community tab. As always, my friends, much love, and I'll see you next time.